Hi, my name is Dylan Lionello, and for my research video essay, I decided to do it on climate change in South Asia and what can be done to change it. Climate change in South Asia is getting exponentially worse as time goes on. The forests of South Asia, having the most biologically diverse ecosystems on the planet, are destroyed due to the rapid deforestation and urbanization. In addition, India ranks as the #1 most polluted country in the world, which is not going to be sustainable for the future. Climate change is a big topic all around the world, and the US is also rendering for more laws to help stop pollution and control climate change. If society continues along the current path of polluting the environment, the consequences will be devastating, having implications on where we live, how we grow food, and other services vital to our well-being. Climate change in countries such as India, the United States, and other densely populated countries will cause environmental issues such as soil and water contamination, atmospheric pollution, extreme weather, harm towards animals and marine life through the importation of hazardous waste that will impact everyone's life negatively. In order for these countries to be sustained, there must be laws put in place soon to slow down climate change. Disposal of industrial waste in the environment increases the pollution level in land, air, and water. The international waste traders always searched for welcoming dumping grounds in third world countries as waste importers. Different types of waste such as plastic waste, metal waste, tin waste, iron waste, lead waste, etc. are imported in South Asia consciously or unconsciously. For example, in late 1991, 4 U.S. corporations mixed approximately 1,000 tons of hazardous waste containing high levels of lead, cadmium into a shipment of fertilizer which was imported by Bangladesh, and a big portion of that toxic fertilizer was applied on farms. Ideally, we would like our plastic, glass, metal, and paper waste to end up at a recycling facility. It then returns to us as a renewable product. But the reality is entirely different. Contamination occurs by spilling and burying hazardous components into soil. So we need to be watchful of how we process petroleum, hydrocarbons, solvents, pesticides, heavy metals, and lead. The plastic that is incorrectly disposed of eventually breaks down to release a harmful component called diethyl hydroxylamine, or DEHA. DEHA then seeps into the ground surrounding areas of the soil and water bodies to harm the animals and plant life depends on it. Discharge of untreated sewage is the single most important cause for pollution of surface and groundwater in India. There is a large gap between generation and treatment of domestic wastewater in India. The problem is not only that India lacks sufficient treatment capacity, but also that the sewage treatment plants that exist do not operate and are not maintained. Water is an excellent solvent. It can contain numerous dissolved chemicals. As a result, while moving through, water picks up pollution along the way. It often has dissolved substances like various chemicals and gases. Rainfall easily mixes to toxic liquid substances and seeps into the water streams and end up in nearby water bodies. Therefore, the neighborhood fountain, pond, lake, or even drinking water taps are susceptible to the danger of contamination. Disposing waste into the water not only affects our drinking water, but it negatively impacts animals and marine life. Despite strict measures to stop it, we keep seeing the continual dumping of garbage, raw or untreated sewage. Any animal or marine life coming in contact gets impacted in the worst of ways. The inevitable formation of algal bloom and clusters contaminates and eventually suffocates marine life such as fish and turtles. The improper disposal of waste can also spark extreme weather disasters such as land degradation, hurricanes, and pollutes the air we breathe. Firstly, harmful greenhouse gases are created from decomposting waste. These rise up to the atmosphere and trap heat. This adversely causes extreme weather reactions in forms of storms and typhoons. We see climate change in the U.S. just as much as we do in East Asia, but it comes in different ways. Between 1990 and 2000, the U.S. accounted for around 23 to 24% of the world's total carbon dioxide emissions from consumption of fossil fuels. The main statistical cause of CO2 emissions in the U.S. is energy consumption. Alternatively, policies considering the composition of energy use and technological changes may also be applied to mitigate environmental pressure. Alternative policies such as decreasing energy intensity, increasing energy efficiency in renewable energy use, increasing the utilization of cleaner energy sources such as wind, solar, natural gas, may mitigate the pressure on the environment and gain some time until technological developments enable a full switch from fossil fuels to cleaner energy sources. Overall, our results are consistent with U.S. policies geared towards reducing growth of energy consumption as the most effective and immediate way to mitigate the speed of environmental degradation. What needs to be done? Laws need to be passed to keep our environment sustainable. Technological improvements may allow economies to increase the utilization rate of environmentally friendly sources. Hence, the relationship between income, energy use, and emissions may change through time. The problem is how to integrate the technology with a system of household-level segregates so that waste does not end up in landfills, but is processed and reused. The easier solution is to collect and dump, or to believe that unsegregated waste can be sorted out mechanically at the processing plant itself and burnt. Officials of urban local bodies have been given to believe that this is the magic bullet: collect, sort, and burn. In conclusion, the main thing that needs to be done is change in policy regarding environmental sustainability in these countries. Individual efforts to keep the environment healthy only do so much. It is the big companies and policies that truly affect the environment and produce the most pollution to the environment.